Alright, shalom, and welcome to another show of GMS Collage. Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Also like to give double honors to the elders and honors and salutations to you other brothers that are out there teaching the word in sincerity and truth. Now, today's show is going to be based on why we go out into the highways and byways. Now, all day while I've been at work, there's been somebody, his channel name is Prove All Things, who has been going with me back and forth about going out on the highways and byways. And his initial statement was, did the Lord teach indoors more often or outdoors more often? And my response was that, he probably did teach indoors more often, but it doesn't negate the fact that he commanded us to go out into the highways and byways and teach the word. Now, there's two reasons why we go out on the highways and byways. There may be others, but there's two that stick out in my mind. When you're a teacher and you're teaching a belief or a theory, such as what we're doing, we're teaching something that we believe in. The burden of proving it is on us. The best way to prove it is to constantly be scrutinized by skeptics. So the only way you can be scrutinized by a skeptic is going out in the public where they are, so that they can see your work and scrutinize it. That's the best way to prove something. For instance, you're a basketball player, right? And you're constantly saying, I'm the best basketball player on the planet, but all you've been doing is dribbling the ball in your driveway, shooting fadeaway jump shots in your driveway, but you never played against anybody that possibly could be better than you to prove that you actually have some type of skill. You can't say you're the best and you never played anybody. Imagine Michael Jordan, somebody who's considered to be the best basketball player on the planet, if he was playing a bunch of kindergartners every day. How could you say he's the best? He's never been tried. He's never been challenged. So that's one reason why we go out there, so that we can challenge ourselves and our faith by being scrutinized. Because sometimes people actually come up with valid points against what we say. And then you gotta go back to the drawing board and say, okay, how can I answer this question? There got to be a scripture on it. So then you go back and you look in the scriptures to find the answer, and then more likely than not, you'll find the answer. So that's the reason why we go out on the highways and byways, so that we can be challenged. And two, so that we can prove to the Lord that we love him. For the same reason, how can you say you love the Lord and your love ain't being challenged, or you have faith in the Lord and your faith ain't being challenged? You got to go out there and prove it. What good are you as a basketball player if all you've done is sit in your driveway and dribble the goddamn ball? That's what y'all are doing, essentially. Y'all are driveway basketball players, man. Y'all haven't gone out to prove to yourself, and you damn sure ain't going out there to prove it to the Lord. Don't do it for us. We go out on the highways and byways so that we can prove it to ourselves and to the Lord first and foremost. So that's why we go out on the highways and byways. If you don't want to go out, fine. Don't go out. Like the scriptures say in 2nd Ezra, it says, "Then shall it be known who are my chosen." So when the time comes, we're gonna find out who was right and who was wrong. The scriptures say, "Let every man be persuaded in his own mind." So if you want to stay inside the house and teach the word, if you don't want your faith to be challenged, if you don't want your beliefs to be challenged, fine, stay in the house. You stay in the house, and then when the time comes, when the Lord comes back to ask for that penny, when the Lord comes back to ask for that talent, then you're gonna see who it was that the Lord was talking about, or who he was choosing, who his elect were. You're gonna see, because a man that's about something, he's gonna put it out there. That's what the Lord was about. Okay, he taught indoors, but everybody knew who he was. There was no mistaking. People, when they saw him, he said, yeah, that's that dude talking about he the son of the Most High. That's him. So it wasn't no secret. So how do we make sure that it's not a secret what we believe? We go out on the highways and byways. So I'm going to finish with these two scriptures. This is Matthew 22:9. It says, "Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage." So you have to go into the highways. You have to go into the highways. And that don't mean literally you on the highways, you see brothers on the interstate. You ain't going to see brothers on the interstate. What it means is to go out there on the streets, expose yourself. Don't the scriptures say to teach in open, to debate thy cause? How you going to debate the cause if you're not debating against anybody? You're sitting in the house. How you going to debate? Right? And the second scripture is let me find it. This is Luke 14:23. It says, "And the Lord said unto the servant, Go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled." So he's supposed to go out on the highways and hedges. Now, what a hedge is something that separates one piece from another. So, in other words, the borders of the city. The borders of the city separate one town from another. How do you do that? You go outside. You go out. It's a simple thing, man. Either you go outside and teach the word, or you don't, and then you deal with the Lord in the end. That's because ultimately that's what's going to happen. You're going to deal with the Lord. When the Lord asks you in that time, where is the talent that I gave you? And you say, oh, Lord, I left it in the house. It's in the living room, sitting on the couch. And you don't have it, and you didn't teach that word out there in public, you're going to pay for it, man. You're going to have to pay for that. So with that, I mean, it was a quick show. If for those of you who are out there, right, who don't want to go out on the highways and byways, fine, then don't. But stop trying to come up with excuses why you don't want to go out on the highways and byways. Oh, it's the Lord didn't go outside all the time. Like, stop it, man. Stop it. Grow up, man. Grow up. If you don't want to go out, then don't go out. But don't try to use the scripture to justify your bullshit. All right, so with that, I'm going to say shalom.